So, Gaki, when it comes to right talent, right, I thought about this question quite a bit, and it turns out that it's very subjective from company to company, right? Every company's needs are different in terms of what skill set you want on board, what kind of expertise, and even in general personality you want on board in your team, right? Whether it matches, whether it fits into the culture. So, someone who the any reporting manager or leader can really depend on. Number one, if any time of crisis comes for this company, I know I can trust this person. I know this person will be there to give some sort of support, no matter what conditions, right? Someone who will we believe can be confident in their own self, because if they are confident in themselves, then we can be confident in them as an organization, right? Number three, someone who's driven towards achieving their own career goals. Only when they achieve success in their individual professions, I believe the company can also do the same, right? And someone who's very persistent, someone who wants to learn by doing mistakes, experiment with the work that they have, explore multiple things, but yet have that attitude of not giving up very easily because they want to make it big, right? So someone who comes with that attitude, who comes with the passion that I will bring something to the table no matter what the role is someone I look at really for being the right candidate per se.
As non-romantic as it sounds, I think we have to contend with the fact that for most people, careers are careers, right? They are not, marriages to a brand or an organization, and we can't treat them that way. And so, honestly, to me, I think as long as we're able to get what we need, which many times, as someone said, is a hard skill that you can learn very quickly. As long as we can get that and we can provide to a person whatever they're in it for, that's enough, right? And so it just becomes a question of figuring out what someone is in it for. And because they are applying to us, it obviously means that they can't be in it for a 10-year career, right? Look, we have 30 people on our team, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you join as a fresher, in 5 years, you're possibly going to outgrow the organization, right? So maybe you're not looking for an answer to what happens 10 years later. I just have to convince you that the next job you get after mine will be good. And so we've done things to, even talk about, I mean, we celebrate every time a talent, every time a team member, I don't even like the word talent, someone gets poached, right, from our team. So we lost someone to Swiggy, we lost someone to Web Chutney. But those are amazing, right? It's like a placement scene. It's like IIT saying that people got hired from our college. So we say the same thing, like, hey, our last designer got poached by Swiggy. So if you want a job at Swiggy, go through us, right? Spend a year with us and you'll probably get the job at Swiggy. And that's okay. We don't mind, right? Because we know that you're going to outgrow the organization. So I think it comes down to a holistic view of the situation, and to just be free from a lot of truisms. And there's so few people doing that it becomes much less competitive.
There's two sides to this. People in general, what kind of people do you want in your organization? So like Abhishek said, if you get people with the right mindset, they will they will learn the hard skills, they will make everything possible. So I think what are the key values that you are actually looking for, and how do you actually amplify it on a platform that can generate influence? So for example, the two things that I personally really care about, one is chul or curiosity, and the second is problem solving. And if in general you're able to create impressions around the kind of problems that you're solving for, and how do you as an organization promote curiosity or truth, I think you would be able to attract the right talent. Now it can be as simple as having one-on-one conversation with somebody in a meetup or somewhere you met somebody, or it can be LinkedIn or any other. Writing blogs also works for tech companies. And personally, in any conversation that I've had with people that I really want them to work here, I think the best thing that have worked for me so far is telling them what we are solving for. So, for example, one of the conversations that I was having with one of the people that we recently interviewed, I told them that we currently do. So we have a small feature where people can actually speak to each other on the application and learn English, the peer-to-peer system. And I told them that we're building for 2,000 concurrent calls, and that person actually got excited about it. He was like, "Okay, now that sounds exciting, and I want to do it." So if you're able to tell people what they would be solving for, I think you more or less would be able to manage how to attract the right talent.
But your story, I mean, the one thing I really like about your story's culture is that people are really willing to help each other. I never feel that interdepartment may there is any ego clashing or anything. You go to anyone, people are ready to help. So for people who are recently joining the company, that kind of acceptability is really important, I feel, because that's when they're they're trying to find their place in the company, and they're trying to fit in, and that's how that actually affects the productivity of the candidate also. So whatever problems he's facing, or whatever new ideas he has, as Harsh mentioned, that we should give him open space to experiment and try different things, and we should be pretty accommodative about whatever new ideas he has or whatever problems he's facing, and we should be helping that person. So that is one thing I've experienced in your story, and it's actually helping me work better and perform better. So yeah.